Good morning, everyone. It's Cory, and welcome to beautiful Anaheim, California. We're here at Disneyland. Excited because Pixar Fest is going on, so I'm ready to go experience everything that Pixar Fest has to offer, ride some rides, and just enjoy a beautiful day here at Disneyland. Let's get going. Oh, how I love the feeling walking here into Main Street in Disneyland. It's so great out here right now, nice and cool out. It's such a beautiful day, and I am so excited. Look who it is! It's Goofy! And there is Snow White's castle. I really love the Snow White castle here at Disneyland. It's much smaller than Cinderella's castle in the Magic Kingdom at Disney World. But it's got so much character. I love the horse-drawn trolley cars here on Main Street. So cool. We don't have this at Disney World. Welcome to Adventureland. So last time I was here, there was one ride under refurbishment that I didn't get to do, and that was Indiana Jones, so I'm so excited I get the chance to do this right now. One of the great things here at Disneyland is there are a lot of attractions that have single rider lines, and since I'm alone today, I'm going to take advantage of that.
Timeless and you looked into my eyes, your
Indiana Jones was awesome. So those of you who may have been to Animal Kingdom but never made it here to Disneyland, the ride system and track is very much the same as Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom, but this is incredible. The theming within this ride, the ride itself, everything about it is just awesome. I cannot wait to do it again. So we're going to be jumping around a lot based on what I can get fast passes for, but we're heading into Tomorrowland because I have a fast pass for Space Mountain. We have Star Tours in Walt Disney World as well, but it's in Hollywood Studios. Star Tours here is right in Tomorrowland. But one thing they do not have are the people movers. This is where they used to be and no longer exist. It's time for Space Mountain, and I'm excited. The last time I was here, they had the overlay for Star Wars, and they're about to add that back on here soon, so I'm glad that I get to ride the traditional Space Mountain before that make that change again for the May the 4th celebration. Space Mountain was awesome. Man, so I've ridden it once before when it had the Star Wars overlay and it was Hyperspace Mountain, but this was just the traditional Space Mountain. Comparing this to what we have back in Orlando, a little faster, much smoother of a roller coaster. Which do I like better? It's hard to say because they're both so different. I love them both. Red Rocket's Pizza Port has been taken over. It's now Alien Pizza Planet in celebration here for Pixar Fest at Disneyland.
Careful. Someone might question your loyalty. Carry on.
Let's go ride Autopia. In Disney World, we have the Tomorrowland Speedway, but here it's Autopia. And I gotta say, it looks a lot nicer than what we have back home. I can definitely say that the cars handle themselves a lot better than they do at the Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm officially jealous that ours is not as nice as this. Look at the Matterhorn. I'm gonna head into Frontierland, and I've got a fast pass for Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Well, the trend's continuing of enjoying the Disneyland's attractions better than Magic Kingdom Disney World attractions. Thunder Mountain Railroad was awesome. I did ride this once last time I was here, and the effects going through the mine, everything about it, it's just awesome. So I really enjoy Thunder Mountain Railroad at both parks, but I gotta give a little edge to the one here at Disneyland. So I knew this coming out here, but it doesn't make it any less upsetting. Pirates of the Caribbean is down for refurbishment. They're updating the auction scene with the redhead, just like they did at Disney World. What do you say we set sail on the old Jungle Cruise?
Unheard of. It looks like they have their trunks on. And if you look right over there, you're gonna see Demos. You're gonna follow us to another island. And then they get eaten by lions. Like dancing natives! You know, I think they've been doing that same dance since they lost the key to the bathroom last week. We're reaching the backside of water. Ladies and kids, you are safe. These are Early, yeah. You might think that's water dripping down her nose.
People are starting to line up for the Pixar Play Parade. the Pixar Play Parade, part of Pixar Fest here at Disneyland, and I thought it was really good. It was interesting. You didn't see any shots of it because I would turn my head every time it happened, but they were squirting water at everyone. It's a play parade, so they're spraying people as the floats are going by, so that was kind of interesting. Tried to stay out of it so I didn't get the camera wet. But now we're gonna head over to one of the classics. We're heading to It's a Small World, back here in Fantasyland. One of the biggest differences between It's a Small World here and in Walt Disney World is that here you actually load outside. It's so cool. And this whole facade here is all outside instead of inside in Disney World because of the weather that we get there.
Sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco. Y cuide a los pequeñitos. Gracias. Welcome to It's a Small World.
So that was It's a Small World here at Disneyland, and I really enjoyed it. I like It's a Small World back home too, but here I really enjoy how they put characters in it. So some of the Disney characters, you saw Aladdin, the Little Mermaid, Woody, and it's really neat how they've mixed those within the ride. Another thing I like is how the water is just a channel that you're going through on the boat instead of spreading throughout the ride. I think it's a cleaner presentation and just makes the whole ride itself look nicer. So I really enjoyed it. And I think it's a little longer than ours too. I'm starting to get hungry, so I think we're gonna go have to find something to eat. How could you not like New Orleans Square? The theming here is amazing. I really, really like this area. I like the feel of it, I like the music, and I bet the food is not bad either. So like I said, I'm getting pretty hungry, so we stopped off here at Cafe Orleans. And I've been wanting to come here for a long time. I actually stopped by earlier today to see if there were any reservations available, and there was none. But they told me to stop back by, and they just said they can seat me in 15 minutes, so I'm excited. Let's go in there and check it out. And so here's my Monte Cristo sandwich, and guys, this thing is humongous. I knew I made a mistake when I ordered it, but now I'm sure I made a mistake. There's no way I'm eating all this food all by myself. This is a sandwich you definitely share. That looks really good. I'm gonna have to dive in there and devour as much of it as I can. Well, the crowds have really picked up here at Disneyland, and it's starting to get a little warm out here. So we're gonna go take a break right now and get some cool air inside of the Haunted Mansion.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? And consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors.
Well, I enjoyed the Haunted Mansion, but now I'm getting really thirsty. So I think I'm gonna get a mint julep. Stop right off here at the mint julep bar. I had this last time I was out here, and it was delicious. So I got my mint julep here at Disneyland. For this, it's basically lemonade, and it's super delicious. It's like a minty lemonade. It's very refreshing. I heard that the recipe changed, but it tastes pretty much the same as it did the last time I was here, about a year and a half ago. It's super delicious, $4.49, very refreshing. Let's go for a ride on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. The sun's going down here at Disneyland, and that means it's getting a little bit cool, so I put on some long sleeves. I think now I'm gonna head back up to the front of the park to go to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. We don't have that back home. We do have the Hall of Presidents, but there's something very special about Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and I do not want to make a trip here to Disneyland without doing it. So let's go check it out. Look at how awesome this castle looks at night. You can see this carousel right through the back there. It just looks incredible. We have made it up here to Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. So that carousel we didn't get to see the other day at Griffith Park, there it is in that frame. And here's the park bench that used to be out around that carousel. The actual park bench from the Griffith Park merry-go-round where Walt Disney dreamed Disneyland. And over here is one of the original horses from that carousel. It's a huge model of the Capitol building here at Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln.
Exit our show early. Please go ahead and use those right-hand side doors, the same doors you'll be using to exit the end of the show.
The world has never had a good definition of the word liberty. And the American people just now are much in want of one. We all declare for liberty.
So look who I found.
Hi, Mickey.
It's Mickey. How you doing, Mickey? Awesome. You having a good day? Can I have a hug? Ah, it's Mickey. Can we get a picture together? Cool. That was so awesome seeing Mickey. We were just happened to be walking right out of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and Mickey was there, so that was cool. We got to have a nice little moment with him and get a photo, and now we're waiting on the fireworks. These are the Pixar fireworks for Pixar Fest. Should be coming up here in about 30 minutes.
Who's your friend who likes to play? beyond.